Yes, this is Quentin Kingknown Cleary here, Kingknown Cleary on YouTube, and I'm going to continue the top 50 Eminem songs at number 34, Survival from Marshall Mathers LP2 and the Call of Duty Ghost soundtrack. Eminem is just letting off just bars after bars after bars. Eminem is just like a mad scientist when it comes down to his lyrical ability and his talent. Like, Survival, he's just like going in. I just like the overall concept and the content. Number 33, No Love featuring Eminem. Oh fuck. I mean featuring Lil Wayne. I'm sorry about that, y'all. No Love is basically a record that's kind of powerful in a way. It samples Had Away What Is Love, which is pretty much like the techno song of the 90s, one of the best techno songs to come out in the 90s. And for Lil Wayne and Eminem to go bar for bar together, Lil Wayne actually held his own, even though Lil Wayne is of a lower tier than Marshall is, 100%. But No Love, they both went hard on there, and it was on Recovery. Also, so Lil Wayne was in his prime of his career still. Eminem is resurging back. Um, I think that I like the video concept as well, where the kid's getting bullied and he finally stands up to the bully, and Eminem and Lil Wayne just spit bars answering critics. Number 32, 25 to Life from Recovery. I think that Eminem, from my perspective, was just talking about being locked up in hip hop for so long that he is unable to be himself and to live his life. He feels like he's confined to hip hop, and he treats hip hop like a relationship in a way. So if you're going through something in a relationship where you feel like you're doing 25 to life, you know, that kind of track is what's for you. You know what I mean? And me, I personally think it's a hell of a song. 31, Drug Ballad. This is like one of my favorite songs, period, by Eminem because, his lyrical construction on this record is amazing. These are some of my favorite lines. Back when Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark, this is how he used to make the party start. He would mix in with Bacardi Dark, and when it kicks in, you could probably walk, and you'll be sick then, and you'll be probably barf either somewhere in the lobby or the hallway wall. Like, I know I missed a couple of bars, but I'm just showing you that he was staying in the same cadence with the same syllables, same rhyme scheme. He would rhyme like the last three words or the whole entire bar together. And that's what makes Eminem superior over like other guys, other rappers. The ability to still do that and still be a great storyteller on top of that. Especially with the way that Eminem writes his rhymes down. But Drug Ballad is definitely a smash. And Drug Ballad was on the original Marshall Mathers LP as well, so that was a great album. Number 30, Don't Front. Eminem took it back to the roots, the 1990s. He samples Black Moon's Don't Front. And he even has Black Moon member Buckshot on the hook, going, Don't front. I got you open, kid. You know what I'm saying? Seems like Buckshot is just egging Eminem on to spit a better verse than he did the last time. His verses were on point. It was a bonus track on the Marshall Mathers LP too. And Eminem just went straight raw, straight 90s boom bap on this track. Number 29, Bad Guy. This will be a very long explanation. Bad Guy is the sequel to Stan, one of Eminem's best records of all time. Spoiler alert. But I'm just saying, like, Stan's little brother, Matthew Mitchell, is resurrected and he's trying to find Eminem, and he actually finds Eminem and breaks into his house and kidnaps him and throws him into the trunk of the car. Just like his brother did his pregnant girlfriend. So basically, Matthew Mitchell, he implies that Eminem, we got the same initials. And then, he was the 6-year-old kid that grew up into the angry teenager that wants to avenge his brother and his brother's baby mama and nephew's death. because he felt like Eminem wasn't answering his letters quick enough and all that other stuff, and he felt like, you know, he wanted some revenge. Now, Bad Guy was included on Marshall Mathers LP2, which was a sequel to the album that had Stan of Marshall Mathers LP. Number 28, Not Afraid from Recovery. A lot of people hated on Eminem for this record because it didn't involve killing people, beating up gays and lesbians, you know, talking about his dick, talking about fucking bitches and all that other shit. It was talking about how Eminem got clean. And nobody, you know, some hardcore Eminem fans don't want Eminem talking about positivity. They'll be like, they'll make some lame excuse like Eminem fell off because he wants to do positive music. Like, how about you listen to your negative music and shove it up your ass? Not Afraid was a good song. I just think that Eminem went deep, and you know, some people don't even talk about their addiction. Some people don't even talk about their problems. They just let all the drama build up until they finally explode and then end up in jail or end up killing themselves. But Not Afraid is pretty much the answer to that. You know, not being afraid to stand up for what you believe in. Number 27, Role Model. The complete opposite, right, to Not Afraid. Role Model has some of my favorite lines in there. You know, he talked about how he would ask Lauryn Hill on a date, and you know the Fugees were making like pro-black music to an extent, and then I've been with 10 women that have HIV. Don't you want to grow up to be just like me? This was when Eminem had that offbeat cadence. You know, he hadn't yet calmed down and developed a strong flow at this time. You know what I'm saying? But with Role Model, I truly think that Eminem went off on there. And it was over a Dr. Dre beat, so it was on the Slim Shady LP. Eminem was just showing that he was just getting warm. Number 26, 8 Mile. I mean, it's on this list because I was raised on 8 Mile. But, no. 8 Mile was just an intricate breakdown from the character Jimmy Smith, a.k.a. B Rabbit. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was his explanation. You know, 8 Mile is adjacent, you know what I'm saying, to different cities. You know, Warren, Detroit, Grosse Point, you know, Southfield. It goes down. You know, 8 Mile goes all the way down. You know what I'm saying? It's an adjacent block between the hood, the burbs, the trailer parks. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural divider, east and west. So, you know, he was just breaking that down throughout the record. And then talking about Jimmy B. Rabbit Smith's struggle. Number 25, Mockingbird. It was either this or Haley's song. I like both records. But Mockingbird was dope. Like, he was just talking about old stories about growing up, being a young father, struggling to make ends meet, saving money that would get stolen later by crackheads on the east side of Detroit, where he grew up at, and tried to make a living. And, you know, and then, like, the video just brought the images to life, where he was just sitting down watching old videos of Haley, his daughter, and, you know, her being all grown up. Number 24, Soldier. Eminem brought out his inner Tupac on this record, no doubt. Like, this record proved that Eminem was an elite lyricist, was an elite rapper. This was on the Eminem Show, and Mockingbird, by the way, was on Encore. I had to let y'all know that, you know, just so you could just skim the project to see what I'm talking about. But Soldier, Eminem went off, just bottom line. He was just doing what he did best, hardcore hip-hop, for the music that he grew up listening to. Number 23, Rabbit Run. This is another input from the 8 Mile soundtrack, where Eminem was basically being in Jimmy B. Rabbit Smith's shoes, you know, and then just talk, you know, from the way that the track was going, it built up energy. And then, of course, Eminem just had the beat start off light, start pounding the song in. The thing is, you know, Marshall is just very great at storytelling. That's an underrated aspect of Eminem. And, he tells a great story while still keeping his lyrical ability on Rabbit Run. Number 22, The Monster, featuring Rihanna on the Marshall Mathers LP2 album. I think that The Monster, is a really commercial song. It could come off as corny, but it is kind of corny in my opinion. But at the same time, it was either that or Love the Way You Lie. And The Monster is leagues better than Love the Way You Lie because I don't particularly care for the record. I don't like the record. But, Love the Way You Lie came out at the perfect time. That's why it was a hit record. And The Monster is a bigger record than Love the Way You Lie also. And I just think that the perspective that Eminem was talking about, he was rapping with a lot of substance on that record. Number 21, Guilty Conscience. One of my favorite Eminem records. Eminem was playing the antagonist to Dre's protagonist. Basically, they were telling three different people on what to do or what not to do. And even Dr. Dre, in certain cases, had to fold to Eminem at the end of the record. Because, the guy caught his wife butt naked in bed with another nigga, and he was just like, alright, fuck it. What am I saying? Shoot them both, Grady. Where's your gun at? And that was a great way to end the song. I think they both told a great story about other people, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like hilarious, Eminem had balls for bringing up the D Barnes situation because, domestic abuse, what I'm saying? I mean, Dre wasn't with her or nothing like that, but violence against, another woman, what I'm saying, showed that Dr. Dre just had a dark past. And, Dre was trying to clean up his act using that record. And you don't know, he was marketing that he was doing that. So it was a great plan. But I'm going to stop right here at number 21 so I can give you guys the top 20 Eminem songs that are left over. So, peace out.